Happy Wednesday, my fellow strangers. It's Mrs. Strange back again. On today's episode for Stranger Universe, I will talk about the possibility that time travel will be featured in Stranger Things 5. Before we continue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Stranger Things content. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode. Join our live premieres to get a chance to interact with Mrs. Strange and other Stranger fans. Please share this video across all social media platforms to help fans and viewers join our Strange family. And now, let us begin. When our heroes lose the battle and the world comes to an end, sometimes the only solution is to turn back the clock. Every major franchise on television and cinema has dabbled in this in some capacity, be it the Avengers, the Justice League, Doctor Who, the Umbrella Academy, and going back as far as 1980s classics like Back to the Future and The Terminator. Even Game of Thrones had a few instances that saw the future affecting the past. It's a recurring trend that has been present in lots of stories over the decades, especially with those from the sci-fi genre. This brings us to Stranger Things as it heads into its fifth and final season. Based on some truly legitimate evidence in Stranger Things 4, the finale of the Netflix flagship TV series could very well use time travel as a way for Eleven and her friends to save the day once and for all. The signs are there if you go all the way back to Season 3 and see the references to Back to the Future, or Hopper's letter to Eleven when he mentions this.
I think maybe that's why I came in here, to try to maybe stop that change, to turn back the clock, to make things go back to how they were.
And then there's this scene from Season 4, when Elle is reading her letter to Mike.
Today is day 185. Feels more like 10 years. Emotions can make it speed up or slow down. We are all time travelers if you think about it.
Throughout Stranger Things Season 4, there are tons of references regarding the manipulation of time, which may be a sign of what's to come later in Season 5. In Episode 7, when the number 1 reveal is happening, we see young Henry Creel watching the clock and the hands turning back. Why the fixation on clocks in the first place? Maybe he can manipulate time, just like how Eleven manipulating space by accessing other dimensions. When he was attacking Max in the finale, Vecna said that he saw all of her friends and knew what they were doing. He knew their plan, knew it was a trap, but still went through with attacking her because he already knew how it would all turn out. Vecna would get his victim, he would survive. This explains how he showed Nancy visions of what was to come. He didn't think them up, they were memories because he had already seen it in future.
He showed me things that haven't happened yet. The most awful things. I saw downtown on fire, dead soldiers, and this giant creature with a gaping mouth. And this creature wasn't alone. There were so many monsters.
The Duffer Brothers also said in an interview that the Upside Down being stuck in the past would be an important plot point in Stranger Things 5, so they introduced it in Stranger Things 4. Based on how the penultimate chapter ended, Season 5 will start off in the middle of the action with Vecna starting his invasion, and when all of the things in Nancy's vision start coming true, such as Mike and the rest of their family dying, and the huge creature with a gaping mouth roaming around Hawkins, the problems are gonna have to be solved with time travel. The Upside Down being stuck in November 6, 1983, cannot be some pure coincidence. As it stands now, Hawkins is facing the apocalypse from the Upside Down, and the odds are insurmountable, all because Vecna seems unstoppable. Max Mayfield is in a coma. Eddie Munson is dead. The town is fully on the satanic ritual train of blaming everything on Eddie and the Hellfire Club. It seems totally plausible that Season 5 will end up feeling a lot like Avengers Endgame, where the only way to avoid certain doom is to rewind time. My guess is that the only way to time travel would have to be from the Upside Down, because if what Nancy said is correct about time being frozen in 1983, then that would mean that Vecna was committing his murders from the past. In other words, Vecna was in 1983 when he was killing his victims, who were all in 1986 at the time that they were getting killed. It sounds mind-blowing when saying all of that out loud. With all the hints and signs from Seasons 3 and 4, that would leave room for a final time travel twist to be incorporated in the plot of the final season. While Vecna was doing his actions from the past and affecting the future, maybe our characters will be aiming at the opposite direction, going into the Upside Down to rewrite history in 1983. This will be a risky move for our writers and co-creators because all of this could affect Will Byers going missing, the portal at Hawkins Lab being opened up by Eleven, and other major events that occurred early on in the show. If done wrong, this plot device could immediately lose the audience and cause the series to jump the shark, which would be bad enough since this is the final season. But if done right, it would be a perfect solution for our heroes to undo all of the major failures they've experienced, and it would give the show its biggest plot twist, hidden in plain sight through hints and Easter eggs from previous seasons. But at the end of the day, it's just a theory. We shall see if any of this ends up happening in Stranger Things Season 5. Overall, very exciting times. And that is all that we have for today. Do you think Stranger Things 5 will have time travel? Today's special shout-out is for SKM Studios. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout-out, type it down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great Stranger Things content. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to stay updated with us every day. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Please share this video across all social media platforms to help fans and viewers join our Strange family and find this totally tubular Stranger Things community. This episode was brought to you by Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe.